ready to take your streets back, let me hear you say people power!
People power!
People power!
People power!
People power!
People power!
We honor those that we have lost to deportations. We honor those that we have lost to the detention centers. We honor those that have died because they don't have status.
We are talking about Alexander, Alexei, Vladimir, and Faizulo, 4 migrant construction workers who fell to their death fixing balconies at a Kipling Street apartment building. They fell to their death because of unsafe working conditions, because they were forced underground. Our communities are literally falling off the sides of buildings because they do not have status. Shame! That blood is on the hands of Harper, on the hands of Immigrant Minister Kenny, and it is smeared across an immigration system that does not work.
When we say status, you say no! Status!
No!
We're not putting up with governments that continue to treat us as disposable workers. We will continue to strengthen our resolve to fight for ending the unjust and unfair treatment of migrant workers like myself. Today is an opportunity for us not only to celebrate the International May Day, but to continue building and strengthening our community struggle for status.
Today, as we hold the protest here, the capitalist economy has reached the end of its manipulation. All capitalist governments in the world, especially in so-called third world countries, by cutback, austerity measure, layoff, and attack on workers' wages, creating poverty, homelessness, hunger, and forcing the workers and working class to pay for their broken economy. Shame!
All the land that we stand on today is Indigenous land. Yes. And the fact is that this Canadian state has absolutely no legal or jurisdiction authority to be on this land. No. The very fact is that they are the ones who decide who stays and who goes. They're the ones who discriminate when they themselves aren't even from this land, legitimately from this land, original of this land. They don't even respect this land because they continuously rape and they continuously plunder our land. And therefore we say that that has been enough. We as Indigenous peoples do not recognize this state, and we do not recognize the fact that they are the ones to decide who stays and who goes.
We have the real power, the power of the land, the power of our mother. And as long as we keep that connection open, we will continue to have the real power, because what Ongwahoe means is a real person, a person of the land. And that's why we call ourselves Ongwahoe in the language, in our language. They have no jurisdiction in our lands to be deporting these people, to be treating you the way that they are, or us the way that they are. We made sure that we had people here coming to speak with you because we show support and solidarity for you. And we are all united here. What's happening in our territory, the quarry mine that's going up there, the huge open pit mine that's in 6 Nations territory, that's on the Haldeman track. And so we ask you for your support in this, and we claim that is our territory, this is our land. They have no right to be taking over and to re-raping this land. This is our territory. Read this sign. What are they going to do after they cut all the trees? What are they going to do when they poison the water? So we'd like to leave you with that. The women are speaking, the women are joining up, and we reach out to all of the women in the migrant communities and every one of these communities that we stand strong with you. Nyawagoa.
Just as Canadian mines destroy homelands all over the world, and yet the same country that promotes these destructive practices shuts people out of its borders. We need to listen to refugees and not criminalize them. We need to band together to fight for justice, and justice in and outside of Canada. It is the global system that forces migration, and we need to address these issues at the root as well as at every point of injustice.
have to fight together. We have to stand together and fight for the social justice. Our people are living in a poverty, and we have to fight together. And this is the only solution to take the land back from their hand. There is no solution. Only one solution: to come together, take the street, take the power from them. The power is only for the people, not the power for them. We have to fight again to bring this power in our hand. So we need to fight together. There is no solution without fighting. Here the women are stuck in the house. There is no child care for them. Here the educated women stay in the house and turn them to a baby machine. This is the country, and we need to fight for our right. Thank you, everyone. No border, no nation. No border, no nation. Stop the deportation.
Before I begin, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Saeed Hassan, who has been an organizer with No One Is Illegal since 2006. Because of charges he's facing from the G20 protests last year, Hassan is not allowed to be here with us today. But it should be clear that even though he played no role whatsoever in the organization of this demonstration, and that's for all the undercover cops in the crowd, it still would not have been possible without his spirit and his solidarity. Hassan bhai, we love you, but we do not miss you, because despite your absence, we can feel your pulse in every word that is spoken, in every breath that is taken, and in every fist that is clenched here today. In this city, No One Is Illegal Toronto has confronted immigration enforcement wherever it has tried to rear its wretched head. The Education Not Deportation campaign has pushed it out of Toronto schools. Shelter sanctuary status has fought it at the front doors of women's shelters. Members of the Food for All campaign are working to evict it from food banks. And Health for All organizers are struggling to reclaim hospitals and doctors' offices from its clutches. And though immigration enforcement will no doubt try to continue to push back into these spaces, what they should know now is that we will never stop in our efforts to create a sanctuary city. A city in which people don't just survive, they flourish with dignity, without fear, and with a middle finger to Rob Ford if he thinks he can stop us. Proof that we refuse to just survive is that for 6 years we have organized the Status for All demonstration to make the invisible seen, to make the silent heard, and to make the absent felt, in order to show that though many in our communities may be undocumented, we are also unafraid. And finally, proof that we refuse to just survive is that when we take to the streets today on International Workers' Day 2011, we will chant until our voices soar through every building around us. We will yell as loud as we can, and then louder, no one is illegal, and we will continue to fight until the discrepancy ends between this world and the world of our dreams. Are you ready? All right, are we ready? All right, then let's march.
Who's